Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2 of the Motogp 24 career mode. Today we are off to Sepang for the penultimate round of the first introductory season. After a rough end to the last race, I'm hoping to go slightly better in Sepang. Let's get into it. Hearn is showing off the rivalry with Nepa in these recent races might rock the balance in the rider market. Well, last time I checked he beat me in the last race, so I'm not too sure about that. Extra challenge beat David Munoz in the race, so that is a secondary challenge that we have to do. Main goal, of course, is beating Nepa. Just quickly guys, if you do enjoy today's video, if you wouldn't mind, let me know with either a like or a comment, and maybe even consider subscribing for future videos. Thanks, back to the video. So we do end up topping the session by 3 seconds now. Again, the adaptive AI is still just getting its bearings, so I'm going to give it a bit of time. Hopefully by the time we get to the actual first race of next season, where the actual full season begins, where I don't really care too much if it's a bit out in the first couple of races, but just using this as a bit of a test bed, leaving it just learn from what I'm doing. So hopefully in qualifying they should be a bit closer, and I believe it's going to be a mixed conditions for Saturday and Sunday. So in the other practice sessions that I didn't do, of course the AI have basically been simulated, and that means I am basically last. So I'm meant to do Q1 we have to go through in the rain, so again I'm not too sure if I'll be really quick or really slow on this, but I'd imagine we should be able to make it into Q2. So we've already done one lap and we're 4.2 seconds off. Now it wasn't a great lap, I did run heavily wide in a couple of corners, because I'm P8 once. So I'm hoping I can take some time off that, but crazy how far off we are. We're about half a second under, but we're still about 3.6 off. Now currently we are sitting in P4, so we're still technically going to go through to Q2 as it stands. I need to not make a ball this last corner, because we did this on the previous lap. Much tighter, we just need to get a good exit. Which we did. It's up to nearly we're hearing again about a tenth in there. We're losing most on the run to the line. So we improve in time. We're going to go one more lap. That will be it. Then we'll be done. Oh yeah, we're way off. I'm really risking it this lap, and it's been better. I'm having a lot of them rear slides you just saw there. Still a second over. Just see we're fighting the rear grip through there. 10 seconds left in the clock, we're still in P4, and we're going to improve hopefully if we can nail this last corner. About a second off it.
The first Moto3 class qualifying session comes to a close. Let's see the results and the names of the 4 riders who've qualified for Q2, which will start in a few minutes.
Angel Piqueras has topped qualifying 1. We've scraped through in P4. Look at the spread of times. 11.5 seconds. David Alamanza, the rookie, is off, which is a bit funny. Josh Watley, his standard 9 seconds off. Ogden out as well, so 2.5 seconds for us, 2.8 to be exact, isn't actually that bad considering the 2.32s they were doing. So it just shows the spread at the moment of the difficulty at the moment. It's still trying to figure itself out, so a couple more races and hopefully come Qatar it should be pretty much nailed on. So 5 minutes left in the session. We're only going to get about 2 laps at this, so we're going to have to nail it. 2.20 at the moment from Rueda in Q1. It's going to be interesting to see what the spread is going to be like in Q2. And we are down. Our first mistake of the season. Into the gravel we go. So an unfortunate one. We should have enough time to limp back and get another lap at it. But even that lap wasn't looking like anything special really, which is a bit concerning. So very dusty bike. We're going to go for one more lap. And yeah, we could be starting on P18. Coming into the last corner, we only have 15 seconds. I think I might have left this a bit too late. I'm not currently on a live lap, so we might even get a lap in here if we don't get this very quickly. And we're not. 5 seconds out of the last corner. I've completely dropped the ball here in Q2 with the crash.
As we take a look at the final results of the second Moto3 qualifying session, that's the end of our broadcast for today, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
So a couple of people here, not including myself, also getting no laps in. There's again a massive spread, so probably would have been 4th again. So it looks like the top 3 are for some reason on a different planet. But yeah, we're starting all the way down to P18. I don't know what the weather's going to be like for the race. I think it could be mixed.
Good morning to all you MotoGP fans from the Sepang International Circuit. We are live to bring you all the excitement of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Just a few more moments and we'll switch to the starting straight for the Moto3 class race. The cameras take us to the starting grid, where riders and engineers are discussing those final details. Forecasts for the race say to expect rain at any moment. The mechanics are keeping the wet tyres ready should the race be interrupted.
So as Gavin said there, we are expecting rain, so probably going to get a red flag, which is really interesting. We're down in P16, so it looks like maybe some people got penalties or something, because I qualified 18th if my memory serves correct. So maybe because a couple of people hadn't done laps, maybe we all kind of got randomized or something. I'm not too sure, but we're going to start on slightly scrubbed slicks and see what happens when the rain comes. But really, it's going to be a difficult race, this one, for me, because I don't think we have the pace.
Who will celebrate victory in the Malaysian Grand Prix? Riders have completed their warm-up lap and are lined up on the Sepang grid, ready for the off.
So Napa is up in P5, I believe, so we need to get somewhere near him today. Ideally, you have to beat him. You can see already we're 18 points down on him. Oh, and some slow people on start, so it still isn't clearly right because we've gone all the way up into P5. That's a bit of a weird one. And somehow we're actually ahead of Nepa after all that. But I still think the top 3 or 4 will be on that lightningly quick speed that I was on about in qualifying. I reckon the rest of the field as well will pull the finger out in a second. I think they're just all a bit spread out at the moment. As well, no matter how well we do here, we still have rain to deal with in a minute, so it'll be quite difficult. Oh, front is on the move. At the moment, we are doing both our objectives. We're up into P3, and we are beating Munyat as our secondary, and primary is, of course, Nepa. So to begin lap 2 here, it's a bit of a breakaway race for myself, Rueda, and Kelso. So I'm going to just try and keep myself in this position, because I know for a fact there is going to be rain. The two of them go wide. I'll be careful because I know Kelso will want the inside, but it's actually Rueda who looks on the inside of Kelso. I'm just trying to keep myself out of trouble really and just stay towards the front of this pack for when the rain comes, if it comes that it is. Oh, Rueda down right in front of me. Big mistake. I'm not even sure. I was actually looking down at my gear because I felt like I was in the wrong gear. And that is our teammate Fursada, who's had such a brilliant start to the season in this little mini part of the season here. So he's really coming on strong. That really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting. I actually grabbed a handful of front brakes, so we're lucky it didn't crash. But we're battling for supremacy in the Honda Team Asia, and that is rain on the visor. So I'm going to have to push really hard the next couple of corners to try and get ahead of Fursada, because I need to stay on this front row. And I want to be ideally in the middle of the front 2 rows, really. You want to be off the front. Again, just in the wrong gear over there. We just need to be very careful with this rain, though. At the moment, it's just mental rain. Gonna get red flagged any second or so. I'm gonna have to go for the aggressive move on my teammate. Doesn't give me any room. No love lost there. Now into the stream of Kelso. This race is spiced up out of nowhere. It was bubbling along nicely. We were all kind of getting along nicely and waiting to the last couple of laps to kind of fight it out for the victory, and then the rain came. And now we're all knowing that we need to be in a certain position. So when it does get a red flag, see, first out of 0.7 quicker, we have taken the lead here in this wet, drying, wet, whatever you want to call it, racetrack, and it's going to be a bit sketchy for the next couple of laps. That's first out again, my teammate having a look. Looks like Nepa is either tipped off or is dropping back. We're holding a lot of points over him at the moment, so at the moment we'll actually jump him in the championship, which is ideal. I'm going to keep pushing on just in case the rain doesn't cause a red flag. We touch the curb there, push us very wide. That's going to leave our teammate back at us, but it doesn't look like he got close enough to go for the move. I said that, and Kelso also goes through, so we're going to try and cut back on both of them, square it off. Nicely done on Kelso, but he's going to have the inside. We're going to try and hold it on the outside. But it's starting to understand now small. I'd say the track is getting slightly wetter. I have the speed, I think, over Kelso. It's my teammate again. I'm just slightly concerned about his speed. First track on warning. Not ideal, but it's not the easiest track. It's not the hardest track to get them, so oh, nearly into the side of my teammate, so I should be okay with just a 1. Still surprised that we're
The officials rightly decided to stop the race.
just about to say I'm still surprised we're going, and we got a red flag. So we have a quick start procedure. I am in P2, Kelso still in pole, and we're on wet tires in not a wet track, so it's going to be. Saying that, it's quite, if you look at the front of the Honda there for Zada, it is very, very heavy rain on it. And same there for Zabi. So it's, yeah, it's going to be difficult because I think the track is still a bit dry for my liking. We are going to change tyres. So I was going to consider running a set of scrubbed ones, but to be honest, I'd want just the fresh ones, get a fresh set in and go from there. So I'm kind of sitting here hoping that the track gets wetter and wetter, because I still don't think myself that the track is that wet, but hopefully in the little intermission there it's after getting much more damp.
The mechanics have worked on the bikes and now everything's ready for the restart with the new track conditions.
Whereas the track does look like it's after getting a pounding from the rain, so we could be okay. It's critical we get a good start. 5 red lights. And we are away, and it is not a good launch. Track doesn't look that wet still. Suzuki and Furusawa into the lead. I'm at just hold P3, I think, once there's no one up me inside. So this is a completely different ball game now. We will see very fast riders and very slow riders in these conditions. Again, though, we are ahead of Nepa and we are ahead of Munoz, so that's our main objective complete. I don't think I had the speed for my teammate early on here. I'm going to go for around the outside of Tatsuki Suzuki, which we managed to get done. Up the inside he goes, I face back. Can we cut him back? Yes, we can. But he'll have the inside for this next left. Let's give him space. The track still doesn't feel that wet to me. I'm a bit concerned about pushing on because I just don't know about tire temps and wear really. So, oh, we got so close to the back of him. I think we just did touch him actually a small bit. Kelso is probably the biggest loser now down to P4 after leading for most of the race so far. Suzuki is a bit slower than me, especially on the corner entry phase. At Husqvarna, badged KTM definitely gets out of the corner better than I do though. Go for a lunge on the brakes, not yet. Want to keep it calm, keep it bloody on 2 wheels for this first lap. We already tipped off in the rain in qualifying, so we don't need a second crash in the race. It's good to see in this year's game though, it is definitely better when you have these slightly damp conditions that the tyres don't just immediately die. Last year these were pretty much unrideable for the player as you would just absolutely smoke your tyre. Thankfully it looks like we're actually okay at the moment in these ones. Track is again getting wetter by the lap, so will suit me better the wetter it is, I think. Angel Piqueras has gone off at turn 1. Oh, big mistake by me into 2. Off the rear there, that's Kelso behind me. It looked like he was having a bit of a moment as well himself. Just about to say as well that I was looking like I was holding on to the 2 in front quite well, but not too sure now as they pulled a lot out of turn 2 with my mistake. Looks like now Suzuki is the form man and the fastest man on track because he's putting all the pressure on Taya Furusawa in the lead. We're just about hanging in there. I think again through the high flowing stuff we do pull them back in. We saw that on the last lap when I was behind Suzuki, just the entry speed that I had over him. Oh, wide into 9. And I'm not really looking to lead. In these conditions leading can be the worst position in the house, so I'm going to just stay in P3 and maybe last lap or so can I pick off a couple of people and get the win. You can see very, very spread out race in the rain. Always happens. So not know where is Nepo. We're only gaining 4 points over him, so he's obviously not that far down the order. Can't see on the standings. We say that we go very wide into turn 14. There looks to be savage battling going on behind. Seeing a lot of names changing up and down the standings every lap. Penultimate lap time, Suzuki the fastest man on track. We're doing our best just to stick with them. They are battling now. They've run each other wide again in turn 1. First out nearly off the track. Suzuki takes over at the front after setting the fastest lap, so he's looking to break them. He's a quick look back. Another crash in sector 1. Can't see exactly who's down. Actually thinking now Forasata is actually maybe slightly holding me up. As I say that though, big mistake into turn 4, and that again has lost us a bit of time. Back limit warning there for one of the CIP bikes, I believe. I have to start risking a bit more if I want to win this one, I think. Oh, big mistake in there. We got in hot out onto the curb. It's a dangerous place to be. A good look on our teammate. Not yet. Wide again though. Oh, front is twitching through there. Maybe that's why they keep going wide, avoiding that kind of river that's crossing over at turn 9. Up the inside, the Honda man goes. He's actually rubbed up the inside of Suzuki. So Tayo has retaken the lead. It's a great battle here between the two of these Asian riders as we get close to the back of Suzuki. Alright, we need to start making headway. Suzuki looks for the inside on my teammate. One more lap to go after this one. Suzuki pulls out of the slipstream and takes the lead. Has just edged first out at the edge of the track slightly, and again into these hairpin corners. Actually, all three of us this time are wide. And the same slipstream of our teammate. Elbows out, we got such a good drop. We're going to go to the outside. Oh, they're wide, but so have I. I've gone for a difficult line. And we keep ahead of Suzuki. Maybe. No, maybe not. Now our teammates gotten a good run out of there. We're going to have to try and pull a move. Been quicker through here for most of the race. And that is us finally up into P2. Preventing for our teammate. Oh, Suzuki back on the brakes. Had a bit of a twitch there, thinking he was going up the inside. Just backed up to P3, it's not what we needed. Slow through here. Yellow flags, sector 2. Oh, front end on the curb there wouldn't turn for me. So that's pulled a small bit of a lead. Right where you don't want to have it now, because I just can't bridge that gap, and Suzuki is really holding me up. He's wide out of there though. Try and get into my teammate's slipstream. Can we pull a small bit out on the brakes? Maybe, maybe not. And he goes wide. We're just going to roll it through the corner, because I know the front feels a bit weird in there. Suzuki sitting, waiting to pick up the pieces if the Honda Asia bikes come together. Oh, front was gone. We were so close to being down. Gonna have to try it. Is it gonna be a last corner move? Gonna be a slipstream into the last corner, I think. If we don't get this wrong, we go for a wide line. And here the Suzuki is up the inside. Into slipstream. Who's been positioned better? I don't think it's my teammate. We're going to go to the inside. We've just about leveled them. They've gone wide a few times in here. We're hoping we can keep the inside line. We have it. Where is Suzuki? That's the main question. It looks like we're going to do it. Up to the line we go. We've managed to get the victory here in Sepang. Woo!
Let's take a look at the final results of this Moto3 race. The riders are returning to the pits and will soon join them in Parc Ferme for the usual post-race interviews.
A tent is all that separates the two Hondas at the head of the field. Fastest man on track, Tatsuki Suzuki in P3. What a brilliant race that was. Nepa for me down in P11, so we definitely pulled a lot of points over him. And we also beat David Munoz as well, so it's the perfect race for me after such a strange Saturday with the crash and the real struggling in Q2. To bounce back and be that quick in the rain on Sunday was really a solid boost for me. So let's see what it has done to the championship. It has moved us up 2 positions. We've jumped to Nepa and Munoz, of course, and we are 13 points clear of Nepa. It's going to be tough for him to recover that in one race, and it's going to be a battle between me and Munoz in Spain for P6 in the World Championship. So we have gotten an upgrade from the rookie to the newcomer, and we're already a good chunk of the way to Rising Star, which will be very, very good for next season. It'll definitely help us get a better contract. So yeah, good result here in Sepang for me. Our turning point will be Big Leap. Let's see in a second what that means for us. The latest results have brought Ahern closer to a sensational straight leap into Motogp. Finishing the last race ahead of Alonso would certify the beginning of a new adventure. So it's basically giving me the ultimatum: if I can beat David Alonso in his home race at the end of the season, we could jump straight into MotoGP just like a certain Jack Miller. Now, we're going to end it here for today. We have a couple of messages in the bottom right to respond to, so we're going to respond to that first. Colin Fire, my teammate Munoz, and Farasata again, so two of my teammates. So team was ready for the possibility of an interruption, but I didn't think Ahern would be such advantage from it. Yeah, definitely wasn't feeling it as much, but I thought the race would be a lot harder, and it was actually quite a good one. So again, keep him happy. Yeah, I've already responded to him. Demonstrated his work at Sepang. I've already talked with the team. We're aiming to make up for the Valencia. Brilliant, fair play to you. So, oh, we're basically shut up Munoz is what he's saying there. So yeah, again, we're going to shake hands. A lot of these are kind of pointless. They're good for kind of building relationships, but at the moment, at this point, they're pretty pointless. So I'm going to leave it there. But anyway, that is going to be it for episode 2. Again, once again, please let me know in the comments down below if you want me to go Moto 3, Moto 2, or straight to GP for the full season at the start of episode 4. But for now, it is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Slán go fóill.